Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another VinnyVid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. A couple of weeks ago, I did a segment on how I do my roads, or my streets, or whatever you want to call them. It's a device that gets cars to go from one place to the other. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to dress those roads up. We are going to take, let's see if I can get this in the right order, Highways and Byways Street Graphics Kit. This kit has 4 sections to it. It's got your, and you might not see this very well, your white stripes. It has your yellow stripes. It has your street graphics. And it also has your railroad graphics. These are pretty cool. He actually took the time to give you prototypical measurements of where your railroad crossing and your stripes should be. So, what we're going to do in this video is we are going to go out to the layout. Yep. And we are going to start doing some of this. And I'll show you how it's done. It's really easy. These are, by the way, vinyl. So they are peel and stick. However, the graphics, you need to cut them out and you need to actually burnish them into wherever you want to put them. So I'll show you how all that's done here in a little while. So, without further ado, let's go on out to the layout. Let's see how this is done. We'll be right back. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back. I said something in my previous video that I realized that I shouldn't have said. I said that I would take you out to the layout and show you how to do these stripings, your roads. Well, I can't show you out on the layout because the scenery alongside the road still has to be done. So I can't do the striping until the scenery is done. So, in lieu of taking you out to the layout, we will take you down to the bench, and I will show you on the bench on a small section of roads that I prepared, and we'll even put a railroad crossing in and all that kind of good stuff. So, without further ado, I think we should get down to the bench and see how it's done. We'll be right back. Toodles! Okay, boys and girls, we're down at the bench now, and let's see what the tools we're going to need to do this particular job. I have a scale ruler here, I have a regular straight edge here, a pencil, a mechanical pencil, and this one is a 0.5 millimeter lead that's in there. I use this tool as a burnishing tool. You could use you can use basically a toothpick to do it, but it's better if you have this burnishing tool. You'll need a pair of scissors, and of course you'll need your graphics. I'm not quite sure of when the law changed, or if it depends on what road or what the county says as far as the color of the striping, I'm going to do white. I don't know if that's correct for what I'm doing, but I'm just going to do white because it's my railroad and I can do what I want. So the first thing we're going to do is, first of all, we have to measure and get the center line of our stuff. So let's move this all out of the way. Now, I mentioned that these roads were 30 feet across. They're actually 31. I measured them again. So half of 31. Actually, this looks like it's closer to 32. So we'll go with 16. Okay, now that we have that, we can go ahead. Now on the layout, I would draw this line as light as possible because I don't know of any, unless, well, if there is another way that I can do this. If you guys know about the carpenters with the snap lines, I could do that with this, except just string a line across here with a pin on each end on the center line. That's what I might do. This curve we will eyeball as far as what the center is because, excuse me, it's kind of hard to draw the center line on a curve. So we'll just kind of eyeball it. I think that'll work. All right. So let's slide this down the air. Now, I'm not going to do this prototypical. Like I said, this is my railroad and I'll do what I want with it. There will be a railroad crossing here and there will be a railroad crossing here. I'm not going to do this side. I just don't want to waste the product, just to show you guys how to do this. So the first thing we're going to do is figure out where we want to put our railroad crossing graphic. Let me get this up here. Now, the stripes are peel and stick, but the other graphics, like this, which is the railroad crossing, is peeling this off like that, and then laying this top section down on here and then burnishing it in. So we need to figure out where we want to put this. Okay, so, oops. Let's see if our track is there. Now, like I said, I'm not doing this prototypical. Okay, we're going to put it right about there. Again, I won't be doing these markings when I put this down on the layout. This is just for reference. Okay, so we got a little mark there. You guys can see that, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Then we'll zoom back out. Okay, so now you need to peel it off the back. I already started this. It's pretty easy. You just kind of flick on it like that, and it comes loose. So peel it off. Make sure when you peel it off that you're getting the graphic on this top piece. As you can see, this is garbage. All right. So next thing we're going to do is very carefully lay this down where we want to lay it down at. And here we got this straight line and this straight line, so that's what we're going to judge this to be straight. Okay. I kind of massage it a little bit to get it ready. Now, you take your burnishing tool and just go over this. Now these graphic kits come in HO, N scale, and I don't know any other scale. I know for sure it's N scale and HO. Now when you peel this up, you have to peel it up really slow to make sure that the graphic's stuck to the road. So Yeah, we're looking good so far. You got to peel it back really slow. And there you go. We got our first graphic down there. Now, there should be a couple of stripes in front and rear of that. I know I showed you guys the scissors. I just love it when stuff gets lost. All right, I think I got these other scissors up here. Use. Hopefully this will cut. Anyhow, here's stripes. There's two of them there. And it'll be the same process as this. So okay, this one's already started, as you can see. So we'll go ahead and peel him off. And now, we just need to figure out where we want to put this. Now, of course, according to the graphics, he gives you there's specific measurements. I noticed that this is a little bit crooked. Once it's down, you can't get it up anymore, guys. So you need to be careful. So I'm just going to put this like at the seam right here. Try to get this one straight. All right. Again, I'll do a little bit of massaging. I'll take this guy and we burnish him in. Now, the striping is a lot easier than this, as you'll see as we progress on this little demonstration. Let's see, this is going to come out perfect. And there's the first stripe. There you can see how crooked this is now. And this one here is not straight either. I'm just doing this as a quick thing so you guys can see how easily this is done. Now, this one I have not started the backing on. And usually if you just do this, it should. Yeah, there you go. As you can see, it came loose. And we just peel him off. And we'll put him on the other side, about the same distance. I could tell this is all cockeyed, but that's okay. This is just a demonstration. I'll be more careful when I do it on the layout. I'll have more precise measurements and stuff. I'll just come out. Okay, so there's our railroad crossing graphic. And again, like I said, there'll be another one of these on this side of the road, but we're not going to do that now because I just don't want to waste all the material. Now, this along here should be a solid white line. So, this is our white stripes. These are the lane stripes here, and these are will be my shoulder stripes and whatever striping I need down the center. So usually I just bend this back a little bit. And these are so to scale, they are so crazy. Okay, so I'm peeling one off right now. These are made of vinyl. And so we'll take this and put him right on the line that I drew. Now, let me push this down a little bit. I usually put a little bit like that, and then what I do is I'll scoot it under the road so it kind of gives it a little bit more place to adhere to. Okay, so now we have one straight line. Do we want a straight line throughout the whole thing? No, I want some lanes. So, I do not measure. This is the way I do it. I take a vehicle, and I'll put him here. So this will be an empty spot, and then the first stripe will start right behind his tail. So, that being said, We'll do the same thing with these guys. You can see how tiny these guys are. Okay, so take him. This is going to add a lot of detail to your layout, guys. Now these, you got a second chance. If you don't put it down right the first time, you can peel it up and do it again. So now I'll take him again, and I'll move him down, and we'll continue. And I'll do this all the way till we get to this curve. Okay, guys, now we get to this last line. Now, most places will have a solid line that will go around the curve, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a solid line to go around the curve. So instead of adding a stripe, we'll add the solid line from behind where the truck is now. Then we have to do the shoulders. So we'll do the center line first. I really bear down on it when I put the curves in. Okay, and again, we got this extra. I just tuck it underneath. All right. So, we're almost there. Now, what if there is a side road? Hey, alrighty then. So again, we'll measure. We said that this was, what did we say, 60 millimeters? 60. I like using the millimeters. It's a lot easier. Pencil, we'll do 30. And 30. Now this, because it's almost at an intersection, this will be a solid line all the way to the end. I could do it. I don't know, whatever. It's up to me what I want to do. So we'll just go ahead and take the solid. Now, on here, on my little graphic thing that I'm doing for you guys, how I join these these pieces together is just with a piece of tape. And I just will slide him under here. And then we'll put this where we need to put it. Again, these are not perfect. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're coming to an intersection here, and we need to have a stop sign. So we have a stop. And of course, there'll be a stop sign right there or whatever. But we'll do the same thing with this as we did with all the others. This is the important part right here, making sure you have the whole graphic glued down to the surface of your road. And like I said, you got to pull it up slow. And there you go. And now one more thing we need to do. Well, actually, let's get a little fancy with this here. All right, so a car coming this way, he's got one thing he can do when he gets to this intersection, and that is he can only make a left turn. You guys probably won't see this on my layout for quite a while. I think this has got to go here. But this is just how it's done. Okay, here's my stop sign, my stop line. Okay, last things I'm going to do today is I'm going to put my shoulder lines on here, and we'll be done. Exactly the way I'm doing it here is exactly the way I'll do it on the layout. You could do a lot of roads with all of this striping. I have done quite, on my previous layout, I had done quite a bit of road. Now this part here is going to need a break. So remember those two pieces that I cut off earlier? Well, guess what? We're going to get to use those now. Okay, remember him? The good thing about this is when you overlap, they are so thin that you can't really even tell that they're overlapped. You can't see that joint right there. I do want to cut this off right here. Okay, let's do this side next. They like sticking to each other. This is the reason why I couldn't do this out on the layout, because of this shoulder stripe. Because the scenery alongside the road is just not done yet. And I don't want to put this on and then spray it down with water later on when I start doing the scenery. No, that's not straight. Is my head in the way? No. Okay. And again, I will tuck it under. And we got one more left, and we will be done. One's already peeled off. This might not be long enough, but that's wherever it ends, it ends. I'm not going to waste a whole nother piece. Actually, I got a couple of small pieces we could use. Going around the curves is where you need to be as careful as you can to get the curvature as close to the curve that you want. And look at that, it's just barely long enough. All right, we'll deal with that. That's cool. Like I said, when I do the curves, I really bear down. Now, I know it's not straight there. Again, this is just a mock-up to show you guys how this is done. So let's add a little traffic on there and see how it looks. I should go out and get a couple more vehicles, because this one would have to be here. And again, the only way he can go is a left turn. So, how's this? Let's see. How'd that look from there? Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration on how to use the highways and byways graphics. I enjoy doing it because it does bring a lot of detail and a lot of realism to the layout. Again, this is all crooked over here, and I know it's crooked. I can see it where I am. It's crooked. This whole top piece needs to go that way a little bit, and this guy needs to come down that way. Yeah, it's just a quick show you how to do it. Now you could do the same thing, except for I don't know if there might be yellow shoulder stripes, but if you want to do it, you could do it all in yellow instead of the white. Whatever turns you on. Anyhow, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video, and as always, your questions, comments, inputs, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. VinnyVid Productions out for now. Toodles!